Let's go. Be safe. Come on. Nice try. Good girl. Ready, go?
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh. Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridge, and if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, I...
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. And but I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
It's the least I can...
Well, thank...
This shouldn't take long. That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was about?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, I'll meet you there.
Take care of Mid's little list. Let her head back before she thinks of anything else. Ambrosia won't help me here. No use calling Ambrosia now. This is no time to ride. No use calling Ambrosia now. Ready, go? Marshes near the Abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morgan beards. Size of a goblin's eye. This goblin certainly wasn't one about them being attracted to the flowers, though. Stay down! Nice try. Bright yellow. These are our Morgan beards, all right. Well, there's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home. Hopefully this will be enough. Okay.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have...
Do you see anything you like? That's the best I can do. I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital. That's the best I can do. An excellent choice. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Look at this place.
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
Might I interest you in some...
Just some linen.
Apology, but you're right. They were due to arrive on a caravan. My mother thinks it might be bandits.
It usually is.
Yes. Wait.
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm...
Oh.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight. eyes. No need to ride from here. Ready, go? Straight home now. Come on.
Yeah!
Let's go. Run like the wind. No holding back. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Them birds are menace.
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your an...
But they hardly...
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
But it was...
Only after that feather-brained I demand recompense. Be it in...
These goods are expected...
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bokla.
Did someone from the market send you? Please, please, yeah.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Oi!
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you...
As I told one of your customers, it usually is.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that.
Let's try.
All yours, Torgal.
All right.
Did he hurt you?
No, he seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have seen... My shipment is safe, and my life...
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach.
So,
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here... Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale...
Oh, I almost forgot. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the... I've also added a few extra lengths of our free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do.
How's that done then? Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
Clive, sorry again for sending you...
Don't worry. I believe this will more than
Let's see here. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet, or if that devilet of a draper expects me to pay for these.
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. I can always return them if you...
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put... Oh, speaking of which...
This one?
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the...
Her lessons? Oh, that's right.
Not quite. When my father put down the uprising in the northern, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane...
She's an honest-to-goodness princess. I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station, but she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made.
Oh. Sometimes I...
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift.
We'll see, us.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon. Said they'd be made of linen, not sackcloth.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they did.
What a lovely fragrance.
It is rare that we see you so often in the back.
I found your flower.
Yes, wonderful. Did you have any trouble?
Finding them was the easy part, but... I don't remember these flowers specifically, but... If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of men, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my...
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our... Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on... I need only a moment to extract the... And here we are. A phial of... A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency.
How's it coming along?
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you?
But I want to help Miss Mididol with her experiment.
All right, Clive? You've all...
I am. I've placed your various orders, and...
That's brilliant!
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all... So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to it.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
Clive.
Talia.
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. I don't think I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but is it real?
You don't need me to answer that. You know, I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. And we must lift that burden. The operation may be dangerous.
I know. But griping about my lot...
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs to... Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply.
Just tell me what...
No one knows Herblore like Talia. And she swears by ammonia. Unfortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria.
How are you doing? Here you go. Think you can help?
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolus amid the confusion, but they should be back by now, but I've heard nothing. I can't help but worry.
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this. But I never really thought how my words might affect them.
I'll go and find them.
Thank you, Sid. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie.
That should be enough to go on.
Clive, where have you been?
I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his...
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but in one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his name...
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a girl from the Northern Territories. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his...
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to kingdom...
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his latent birthright, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an... And regarding your original concern, why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose...
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work. Brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Just you wait. I'll make...
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour.
How goes the hunt for Coop?
Largely in circle. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places. If only we knew for certain by what route.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in...
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here! Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old... It's just one thing after another around here.
How did you find it?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is, as are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tale, which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers.
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes. It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. Or I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her...
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used... We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried. He'll be...
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto.
You can count on her.